wanted a certain type of man that I put in the Bible. I had a Bible before, and it scared me.
Okay.
Everything I wanted in that Bible came true, even if it was the man I ain't need.
Okay.
It was the whole, the Memphis, everything. I put him in the Bible. Once I seen his name in the Bible, I said, I don't want this Bible no more. I'm never going to put nothing in the Bible. Because something about me and God, he going to make my Bible come true. So when things got hard, recession got tight, I needed the Bible again because I wanted to ask for things. So I write these letters, and it was a certain type of man that I wanted. It was a certain type of man that I wanted. So if you look in this Bible, look,
Hey,
it's
Michelle,
all
what are
letters.
you doing with a Bible? Do
I
you
carry the
this
Bible everywhere with me.
even when you're reading people?
Yes, it's always with me. Everything I ask God for, I write it down, and I put it in the Bible.
Okay.
The weirdest of things, like, God, please let me come through this without an STD. I put all of that in there. Everything that's needed, I write it in the Bible.
You did not ask God to get you through a moment
You
without
know, when
an
you
STD.
have a moment, yes, I did. And it has brought me through there. So that Bible go everywhere. Every scene,
Did you
everything
just
in
set the
life.
Bible next to your drink?
Jesus and whiskey.
That sounds
And
like a
that's what
country song.
Yeah, I actually have one. So when my husband, well, not my husband at the time, he wasn't doing things, I had put in a Bible. I said, well, this time, if I pick back up a Bible, my mama gave me this Bible at Christmas. So I said, I'm going to get a Bible, and this time I'm going to be specific instead of just saying, give me what I want. Give me a man, this is it. So this man came into my DMs, and the man had everything. He had the societal, everything he's supposed to have. He was handsome, all of that. So I started running around town with him and doing everything with him. And we was doing everything together. I didn't care, if my husband and I didn't call. I didn't care about none of that.
Wait, this is why you're dating, though?
Well, I'm never going to tell the truth. Yes.
Okay.
It was that.
So you were running around with somebody else?
Yes, because my husband always do stuff. So it was my time.
To do your thing?
Yes.
And did the Lord tell you it was time for you to do that?
The Lord said it was okay because I was not married. He said that it was okay because I wasn't a married woman. So if you ain't marrying a woman, we done been on marriage boot camp, everything. I done put money in your pocket, all of that, and you ain't married me. Something is wrong. So let me just let you see who I am. I don't care about the world knowing who I am. This man is treating me like a local or somebody. This is how he treated me. So
Not
I
somebody
started
from the swap meet, K. Michelle. He was treating you how? Not K. Michelle.
like a local. He would treat me like I ain't never left the town. So after that, this man came my DMs. I had two coaches, two NBA coaches, and I thought that was Jesus because think about it. No NBA coach have tried to talk to me my whole career. None of them. Why two NBA coaches in your DM at the same time?
One of them wasn't Nia Long's husband.
No.
Okay.
No, I'll tell you if it was. Okay. No, because he was wrong.
Yeah.
That ain't what it was. It was two NBA coaches, and
Okay.
both of them was handsome.
Okay.
I said, well, this is the Bible. This is what I was asking about. Success, all of this. I don't want no little YN playing ball. I'm not going to them games all day. I'm not going to the rappers concert. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to have something else.
And you asked God not to give you STDs, and if you go down the rapper lane, you definitely catch one.
You probably would catch that.
Yeah, for sure. So
my body and the silicone, everything got going on, I can't deal with STDs and no health issues. So what I did, I picked one of the DMs.
Okay.
And it was beautiful. I was traveling. He had elderberry at my hotel, everything I needed. He was so handsome. He was great. And it's like my husband, he wasn't my husband at that time before I get crucified. It's like he knew that I wasn't nagging him. I wasn't like, well, you ain't. I just been like, woo, it's all free. We all free. It's all good. So I'm going to show you. So this was the perfect on paper man.
The one that was in the DMs?
Yes.
Okay.
We started this whirlwind romance. And then Real Housewives came. And I was like, they was like, oh, you thinking about the show, this and that, what you think? And I was like, yeah, hell yeah, sign me up. Like, sign me up. Because I had always said to, I don't know, maybe but people around me knew that I always said when I got a certain age and a place in my career, if I went back to an ensemble cast, the only one would be Real Housewives.
I remember vividly when you were done with Love and Hip Hop. And you were done. I thought you were done with reality TV because you were like, I'm cool. I'm done. Like, you had a real, not that people on reality TV don't have real careers, but you already had a real career. You already had built a name. You already had built a fan base that were fanatics over your business and your brand. So you didn't need reality TV the way some people need reality
but
TV.
I think I do. I think.
At the time you didn't with Love and Hip Hop because you were out.
But I think even in that, I think for so long people talk so bad about the people. Started talking about Real Housewives. I told the guy that I was dating, and he was like, because he's somebody. He's somebody. I talked to him. He was like, I'll do it with you. And I was like, okay, great. So they started to talk to him. He had a whole engagement date
set up already.
Oh, he gave them the date that he was proposing, and this was going to be my fairy tale, right? So we do the pre-show, like the pre-thing to interview for Housewives, and he wanted to talk about himself. And I just remember the casting agent said, well, that's great you were in Madison Square Garden, but we want to talk about her. And I remember going back, that night to the room, and he was so mad. Like, he was so mad that they didn't care about his career. Because this is not Basketball Wives. They did not care about his career. And I started looking at it, I'm very alert, started going like, oh, this is going to be a problem. This is going to be a problem.
Because you're going to get in the show. You're going to be the star. It's going to be all about you.
It's going to be a problem because he been a star.
Yeah.
League all these years, coach. It's going to be a problem. I started to look, and he was really bothered that day about them not wanting to talk about no damn basketball. And after that day, after the interview for Real Housewives, he was bothered. And he would say stuff like, me and my boys, we going to turn Real Housewife up.
So he wanted to be a housewife.
Seemed like
he wanted a peach.
Seemed like
This almost seems like when Cynthia's was with Peter.
See, I'm not doing it. And I love Peter. I love
Peter too. Peter think I don't like him. I like Peter, but
I love a laid back man. I cannot do a man that want to do what I do.
Right.
And after he was so bothered about such a small thing, I was like, okay, this is the issue. And then that very same week, I had to go do the Cam Newton show. And when I got back, I had my little green dress on. I had hiked my titties up. I enjoyed Cam. It was a good time. When I got back to Noble, I walked in and there was some rappers. And they was like, oh, it's Cam and Shay. And then he was like, I feel like when I was in the NBA, waiting on a woman, to get back.
Wait,
that's what he said to me.
So he was jealous, obviously. That's kind of feminine. I mean, it seems
he
like...
probably waiting to send my text messages. They loved him. Like the network loved him. Everything. We got Charles Oakley. We got everybody. And I love Charles and Angela. And they was like, oh, this. So here I am sitting like, I'm finna be stuck in this situation with this man who's already showing signs of a liability. So I tell my husband even though I never stopped talking to him, I say, I gotta tell you something. And he say, what? I said, I've been dating this man and he loved me and he gonna marry me because he's handsome. And then he had played for the Grizzlies. And I was like, he was a Grizzly and he loved me.
Wait, Kay, is that drink getting you to start to spill who we talking about? Because
No, I'm not gonna tell.
No, you just said the Grizzlies. The internet's gonna research who this is.
It's a lot of Grizzlies.
This is only one Grizzly.
Okay. Anyway, I told the truth. So I ain't lying. When I die, they're gonna say that girl told the truth.
This is gonna be unbearable. Get it? Grizzly.
Grizzly. Shut up.
Anyway,
not unbearable. No. But I told him, I said, I'm doing this show. I said, I'm doing the show. I said, because you don't even care about me. You don't care anything about me or whatever. And I started dating. And I still was dating the guy even after I told my husband. And I said, I said, I know you got some, some little school teachers over there, whatever going on. So I'm still dating the guy, and I'm calling my husband saying, he did this today. And he just chill. He's so calm. Mm-hmm. He's like, that's what you wanted. That's what you want. And I was like, yeah, but you ain't mad. I wanted him to be like, ah! So we interview. We still doing interview on the show, and I'm looking at this man through the interviews like, oh, I hate you. And so I say to him, I can't do it. And he's like, he kept trying to get back with me. My husband kept saying, stop this. Like, stop this. Mm-hmm. Like, let's fix this. Let's fix this. And so he kept pushing, and I said, if you want to fix this, you're going to do what you're supposed to do, what my daddy said. So my daddy called him and told him, you ain't going to keep not marrying my child. Mm-hmm. You're not going to keep not doing it. Like, nah. Your mama and daddy married. We over here married. You going to do. We Southern. You going to marry. My husband say, break up with him. And I say, nope, I'm not. Because he is ideal. It looks good for me. And he say, let's get married. Let's get married tomorrow.
Okay, you didn't get married the next day.
I swear for cracks and cheese. He came to Nashville. We went right down there. And we got married. Then I had to tell the other man.
Okay, the next day.
I promise.
You're lying.
I promise on everything I love.
Okay, you told the man that you're about to do the show with this guy you don't want, and that wants you, but you won't be with him because he won't marry you, and he flew and married you the next day.
Yes. I promise.
That is wild.
I promise on everything. So imagine this.
But you're still with the other guy.
Yeah. So he marries me. We get married. So we got to fly to New York. I'm supposed to fly to New York. Say that's a Monday. I'm supposed to fly to New York on Friday, but I'm supposed to take the coach. I ain't tell nobody. That ain't their business. If you want my real life, this my real life.
You didn't tell the network?
Nope. I went to New York. I told my husband, you going to get on this plane and go with me.
Wait, which husband? I'm confused at which, because you only have one husband at this point.
Yeah,
you have a husband in waiting.
No husband now.
Okay.
So I tell him, we going to New York. And he said, have you told these people that you married me? I said, I don't care. No, I ain't told them nothing because it's my life. So when we got there, regardless of reality and anything, you got to be yourself.
Right.
So I get there and I walk in.
With the man? No,
I tell him, wait back. We got to get the dramatics, okay? So I walk in and they like, oh, so where's so-so? I was like, I got married. And all the executives was like, what?
Wait,
like,
but were the cameras rolling this?
No.
This is what they should have been rolling, though.
No, because they didn't know that this is who I am, how I am. And so I remember us going to a little bar before we got to the network. And he was like, you're really a loony. And I was like, no. I was like, this is my real life. And he was like, you're not going to tell these people? I was like, no. No. Because it's my life. It's one thing if you set up a fake marriage. That's not that. I can be me. I can be me. I'm really going through this.
And so when you walk in with the doctor.
I ain't walking with him at first. I had him around the corner.
So when the doctor's hiding around the corner and you go in and tell them that you're married to somebody other than the grizzly coach or the grizzly guy, then the doctor, does he then walk? Do they meet the husband?
Yeah, I made it an event. Because I do reality.
But they didn't film all this, right? But there's a difference, doing reality TV and just being a reality, real life reality.
Yeah, but I think with us, we've always tried to have real reality.
Right.
Like I never sat there and said, let me do a storyline. In Love and Hip Hop or nothing, I never made a storyline. It was just always my life.
Right.
So that, my life have always won. So just being real, even if it's not convenient, have always won. So when I walk into the network, got all the executives at the table. And they're like, yeah, I'm confirming that the coach is coming. So I sit down and I'm just talking to him. So he's like, yeah, so where's so-and-so? I was like, well, I got married. They was like, yay. Oh, well, we wish we could have, we could have got it. Because he had given them the date. He had an August 9th or whatever
so
date.
they believed they were gonna at some point through the taping of the show film the actual
Yeah,
wedding with
because
him.
it was like August 9th or something. He was setting up this big proposal. He giving them the proposal, everything for August. He was going to do an extravagant proposal. And take it, he don't even know that I didn't get married. So I go in and then I walk in and then I sit at the table and I'm talking to them because this is supposed to be about me. Like, it's supposed to be about me. This not supposed to be about no man. Even if it's housewife, I feel I'm the ultimate housewife. This should not be about them. Because every car, bag I got it on my own. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of housewives like that. Mm-hmm. So they like, where he at? And then here come my husband. He walk in, they like, who is this? What is going on? And I'm like, this my husband. And I just waited. See, I'm petty too. Because I love a reaction. I love a thrill. So when he walk in, I don't want to do no explaining. I just want to look at the room.
And none of them had ever met him.
No. They was like, huh? Like, what? I said, well, this is my husband. This is who really love me. Because that's the truth. This is who really love me. This is who I really love. This is the truth. And we married. So you could, they didn't know what was going on.
Well, what was their reaction?
Like, huh? It was real confused. It was confused, but it was, are you serious? Yeah, this really ain't nobody I pulled off the street. This is really who I've been fighting with, loving. This is really.
So how did you and the doctor get through the fact that you had been with another man?
Because he been with a lot of bitches. Okay. How you gonna say something to me about anything? The stuff that I've dealt with you and these women, I have been loyal. I have been everything to you. I have rolled for you. You are a dentist. I have rolled for you like you was a cosmetic surgeon in LA. I have had your back. Mm-hmm. We are so, I like to call us hippies. We are so hippie. It ain't about money with us. Like we'll go out, wrinkle clothes. We just us. Mm-hmm. Like how you take that from somebody? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like how do you go and try to structure people's love and who they are? This wasn't new to anybody. Mm-hmm. This thing, even when I was with the coach, and he was mad. He said, I know you still talking to casting.
So how did you tell the coach that?
Oh, light work.
Just a text? No,
I just said, this is, I just love my husband. And he said, my husband, who is that? I love casting, he's my husband.
But did you say I got married?
It took a couple days.
I'm sure because in his mind, not only did he lose K. Michelle, not only did he lose his future wife, he lost the show. Because I'm sure that was in his mind.
He was also mean.
He was mean?
He was mean.
To you?
Yeah.
And you had already been through an abusive
I have gone
relationship.
through that.
You've been through that
He
already.
was mean. Like, you know what's so bad?